fam, welcome to my channel. My name's Mark and today I'm doing a video on a Shibarium project which I've not covered in quite some time, 5 months to be precise. Now that project, you can see it up here, is the CryptiQ ecosystem. Now I was referring to it back then more as the Web3 browser. Now it is a Web3 browser, and as you can see from the website, pretty clean looking website as well, if I might add. And you got a Web3 browser, you've got technical drawing, music platform, SEO platform, analytics platform. It's had over 2,500 downloads, so people are actually using it. You've got a 300k market cap, which we'll go into in a little bit, but that's out of date, and 980 plus holders. Now, one thing that I've left to last is this here, and well, in fact, we can see it only at 2,500 downloads. Now, I've just noticed up here, it's got 3,500 downloads. But one thing I left off is this. This is something that got added within the last couple of weeks or so, and that is the multi-sig wallet. Now, the team have been working on this. It was released, I think, 1 or 2 weeks ago, and before that, they were working on it for a good 3 or 4 weeks, trying to get it released for the safety of the community, because up until now there wasn't a multi-sig wallet on Shibarium, and there's been a few bad actors in the space, and I think it got to the point where CryptiQ have said, okay, enough's enough. There's no multi-sig wallet. What we're going to do? Are we going to wait? No. The developers got together and they decided to build their own multi-sig and release it to the community so everyone can use it. So this is available for individuals or projects. So I think moving forward, there's going to be a really high expectation for all developers of all projects to make sure they've got multi-sigs set up, so it takes that question away from investors, from community members. And because the Shibarium community is so strong, there's so much togetherness, as soon as a project launches, that'll be a question asked by founders from other projects, so there'll be a pressure to have a multi-sig wallet. So I do believe, because of this, Shibarium is probably going to be one of these blockchains it's a safe place, because there's going to be this expectation where, well, you can't have a rug, because every project's got to have this multi-sig attached to it. It doesn't cost anything. Like, it's been given to the entire Shibarium community by CryptiQ to make Shibarium a safer place. So this is a fantastic utility what CryptiQ have released, and financially they're not charging for it, so they're not getting anything back financially. But what they are doing, they're creating awareness around Shibarium for a safer place. They're creating an expectation for projects to use this, and they're also putting themselves in a really good light, because they've brought something to the table what's making the entire ecosystem safe. It's bringing eyes onto CryptiQ, and they're doing all the right things. So just jumping back to the main site, and here, the last update they had was 980 holders. Now they've got 1,004 holders, so the holder count's going up nicely. And the total supply was 100 million CryptiQ. Now they've burned 62.37%. 62.37% of the supply, and one of the ways they do that is through the FFT, the Shiba Science collection. At certain milestones, buybacks are done, and then they burn the token. So there's always mechanisms in place to constantly innovate and give value to the CryptiQ token and benefit the community. There's always utility being dropped. There's always something happening, and without giving anything away, there's a nice utility being dropped in the not too distant future. So I just want to jump across to the charts. So looking at Deck Screener, pulling up CryptiQ, and going right back to the beginning, where it went live on Shibarium on MarSwap on the 11th of October, and then running right through through this consolidation period right up until the 29th of January. And it was its all-time high at the time on Shibarium itself was around the 8s, and it hit it a couple 2 or 3 times, and then also found a support line just above the 3s. And over the last month, it was bouncing off that support line for quite some time. And then from the 30th, something happened, which I'll get into a minute. But yeah, this was a nice range. It was basically where Shibarium was new, CryptiQ was new. People were finding the feet, wondering what CryptiQ was all about, along with other projects, and buying into stuff, maybe selling, allowing new people to come in. And it's had a good run, 3-month period where people have had plenty chance to get in at a really solid price and just grow with CryptiQ. Watch it develop, see what Dave does, what Maz is doing, and the rest of the team, just seeing how they're pushing it and what's coming next. And pretty much this little spike here, there's two events that happened. There's the multi-sig, which we've already talked about, but then there's the shift in liquidity where CryptiQ moved from Mars Swap over to Chewy Swap, and this is like the catalyst, if you will. And I think what's happened, there's a lot of people that if they use Mars Swap, they tend to stick to Mars Swap to buy projects on, and vice versa. The same for Chewy Swap. And I think because CryptiQ has been one of these projects where it's got this NFT collection which benefits a lot of different projects. And I think now CryptiQ has moved over to Chewy Swap. There's a lot of people what have really seen CryptiQ for what it is, and Dave, and like I've trust in the team, I've trust in CryptiQ, I want to support it. And I think by moving over to Chewy Swap, it's just been that little catalyst that's given them the push and allowed more people to get into the project. And you can see, like, just looking at the chat here, there was a decent sell on the 8th of Feb, but again, it just got bought back up because there's that much interest in CryptiQ now that any sells that do come in, I think people are realizing it's a massive opportunity to get in on the rung and like get behind CryptiQ. And we're kind of sitting around 700k market cap, and I think CryptiQ's in a really good place. I really do think it's in a good place. Also, I just want to jump across to the Shib magazine too, because we're up to edition 12, so quite a few editions. CryptiQ has been on Shibarium from day one, and just want to scroll down because CryptiQ has got a mention, and you might have guessed that it's regarding the multi-sig. So it's down in the section about this little bit here. So we've got the latest scoop on what's been happening around Shib, and we've got CryptiQ, I think, at number 5. Here we are. So multi-sig wallets land on Shibarium, security gets pampered. So feeling extra cautious, Shibarium now boasts multi-sig wallets, allowing multiple parties to authorize transactions. You can manage your digital assets in a decentralized manner and get access to over 130 apps within the ecosystem. By creating your own safe account, you can unlock a new way of ownership. And you can see here, multi-sig has been deployed on Shibarium by elsende.shib. And you can see, there we are. Connect your wallet, powered by CryptiQ ecosystem. So it's nice to see. It's nice to get that acknowledgement in the Shib magazine. And I think with the upcoming utility that's going to be dropped by CryptiQ, we might see more of CryptiQ in the Shib magazine. So stay tuned. So finally, I'm just going to jump over to Shibarium On Deck screener and just look at the projects. Like, look at the top projects here, and CryptiQ is pretty sitting fairly pretty. It's a 712k market cap with a 49k liquidity. You've got Sharby at 919 with 63k liquidity, and then Ryoshi at 764k, followed by Ralph at 550k. So like CryptiQ are up there, and it's not by chance, it's by design, because Dave does a lot of time collaborating in the space. He forms a lot of partnerships, and he's well respected across all projects, and I think that pays volumes. And just to look at the NFT collection, where at certain milestones funds go back into partner projects, again, it's putting money back into the ecosystem, supporting other projects, and in turn those projects have been supporting CryptiQ. So I think overall there's like a really good sentiment around CryptiQ. The utility that it's done is something that is actually being used, like the Web3 browser. It's had 3.5k downloads. The multi-sig wallet is something that's going to bring safety to Shibarium, and then they've got a new utility that's going to be dropped soon, and I can't say anymore. I wish I could. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, share it with your community, spread as much as you can around CryptiQ. Because again, if you bring people into CryptiQ, you're bringing them into Shibarium. So the chances are, if they come into CryptiQ, they're going to support other projects in the Shibarium ecosystem. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.